Hornets backup point guard Tony Parker has a $5.25 million unguaranteed salary for next season. Suddenly, it has become much more interesting how Charlotte will handle him. The Hornets and Bucks are set to play the NBA's first regular season game in Paris. The game is scheduled for January 24, 2020 at the AccorHotels Arena. The NBA has held regular season games in London and Mexico City recently, but this is a new venture for the league as it expands its global reach. The Hornets' inclusion is surely no coincidence. Not only do they have Parker, the greatest French player of all time, they also have Nicolas Batum. With his burdensome contract, Batum is a little more likely to stick around Charlotte next season. However, if Kemba Walker leaves, the Hornets could rebuild and significantly change the roster. Obviously, one game shouldn't dictate Charlotte's decision-making. But it'd be cool for Parker and Batum to play in Paris. For the first 3 months of the season, Josh Hart looked like what the Lakers wanted and needed, a young, smart, hard-working role player who could fit next to LeBron James. From October to December, Hart shot 38.6% from three, had a true shooting percentage well above the league average, got to the rim, ran well in transition and was one of the guys LeBron reportedly respected most because of his work ethic and IQ. In December, he averaged 9.8 points per game. But after the first of the year, his numbers plummeted as knee pain slowed him down and impacted every aspect of his game. In January, Hart shot 22% from three, had a true shooting percentage of 43, well below the league average, and then in February he missed time because of that knee. Hart also has missed the last 4 Laker games, and now the team has shut him down for the season following a knee procedure that will sideline him for 3 months, it was announced on Thursday. From the press release, Lakers guard Josh Hart underwent a successful ultrasonic debridement procedure on his right knee patellar tendon this morning, it was announced by the team. Hart is expected to make a full recovery and return to basketball activities in approximately 12 weeks. If you haven't heard of ultrasonic debridement, it's because it's a relatively new procedure, but it's growing in popularity, according to Jeff Stotts of InStreetClothes.com. Ultrasonic debridements are becoming an increasingly more common treatment option for tendon-related injuries. Players like Anthony Davis and Pau Gasol have undergone the procedure in recent seasons. https://t.co/qn27e75370, Jeff Stotts, at InStreetClothes, March 28, 2019. Stotts described the procedure before as less invasive than an open debridement. In the procedure, a small surgical probe is inserted into the damaged or diseased tendon under the guidance of ultrasound imaging. Once inserted, the surgeon uses ultrasonic energy to break up and remove the problematic tissue. Hart should be back on the court and working out in July and be fully ready for training camp next fall. In 2007, Tim Hardaway said, "You know, I hate gay people, so I let it be known." Hardaway said, "I don't like gay people and I don't like to be around gay people. I am homophobic. I don't like it. It shouldn't be in the world or in the United States." Asked about having a gay teammate, Hardaway continued, "First of all, I wouldn't want him on my team. And second of all, if he was on my team, I would, you know, really distance myself from him because, I don't think that's right. And you know I don't think he should be in the locker room while we're in the locker room. I wouldn't even be a part of that," he said. Hardaway also has a Hall of Fame probability of 79%, one of the highest among eligible players not enshrined. Only Larry Faust, 94%, and Jack Sigma, 87%, remain bypassed with higher marks. Hardaway, via Alex Kennedy of Hoops Hype, "Well, you know, the reason I'm not in is because of what I said in 2007 about gay people. That's why I'm not in right now, and I understand it. I hurt a lot of people's feelings and it came off the wrong way and it was really bad of me to say that. Since then, I've turned a wrong into a right. My parents used to always tell me, if you do something wrong, look it in the eye. Don't back down from it and be scared of it. Go make it right and make people understand that you made a mistake. And that's what I did. I'm trying to do what's right, supporting gay people and transgender people. I want people to understand what they go through, and understand them as people. They shouldn't be seen as other people. You shouldn't call them derogatory names, or look at them all ugly. Those are people too. They should get to live their lives just like we live our lives, and that means having freedom and having fun. They should get to enjoy their life the way they're supposed to enjoy life. I've talked to people from the LGBTQ community, and I tell them, you're supposed to have the same rights that we have and supposed to be able to do everything that we do. You shouldn't be outcast. Life is too short to be out here hating one another and trying to hurt one another. I understand that. But yeah, that's the only reason why I'm not in the Hall of Fame, and I understand that. There's nothing I can do about it. You got to take your bumps and bruises, and that's what I've been doing. I just try to be positive. It hurts. But hey, I understand the ramifications of what I said. I understand why I'm not in. All I can do is keep living. My parents also always told me, you can't control what you can't control. If this is the reason Hardaway remains outside the Hall of Fame, it'd be a shame. His words were reprehensible, but his response has been incredible. Hardaway didn't simply apologize and move on. He has held himself accountable and worked to redeem himself. He has become involved in LGBTQ groups. He campaigned for politicians who supported gay rights. He was the first signer of a petition to legalize same-sex marriage in Florida. When Jason Collins came out, Hardaway was among the first to call, offering support. Hardaway's response to his most public wrongdoing is inspiring. People shouldn't be judged by only their worst moment. We should view them in totality. Hardaway has done so much to show he's more than those 2007 comments. Hall of Fame voters bypassing him because of a single misdeed, again, one he has taken numerous steps to overcome, would also be terribly inconsistent. Jason Kidd pleaded guilty to beating his wife and still made the Hall of Fame. Kobe Bryant admitted to having sex with a woman who didn't deem it consensual, and it'd be shocking if he's not enshrined as soon as eligible. All that said, I'm not totally convinced Hardaway is being excluded because of his anti-gay comments. The Basketball Hall of Fame has a garbled and secretive voting process that leads to plenty of undesirable outcomes. Hardaway's career doesn't make him a lock. He made an All-NBA first team, 3 All-NBA second teams and an All-NBA third team with the Warriors and Heat. But he also played in only 3 playoff series victories and never reached the NBA Finals, let alone won a title. In that gray area, Hardaway's case could go either direction for numerous possible reasons. Of course, lesser players have been inducted. That's not proof of anything. The Basketball Hall of Fame deserves no benefit of the doubt on evaluating even just basketball accomplishments. I'm not ready to assume that anonymous groups' views on homophobic comments made 12 years ago. CJ McCollum was already out, maybe, for the rest of the regular season, when Portland center and third-best player Jusuf Nurkic went down with a horrific leg injury. Where does that leave Damian Lillard and Portland heading into these playoffs? Have they become the team everyone else wants to face in the first round now? Beyond that, what happens this summer in Portland? Do they keep the core together, try to add role players and make another run at it, or is it time to see what the trade market is for McCollum? Dane Delgado, Blazers analyst for NBC Sports Northwest, joins me to talk about all of that, and how the death of owner Paul Allen and the potential sale of the team plays into all of that. We also get into how the rest of the West might shake out. As always, you can check out the podcast below, listen and subscribe via iTunes at applepodcasts.com/PBD on NBC, subscribe via the fantastic Stitcher app, check us out on Google Play, or check out the NBC Sports Podcast homepage and archive at Art19. We want your questions for future podcasts, and your comments, so please email us at pbtpodcast@gmail.com. teams sometimes repeatedly grab offensive rebounds and miss putbacks. And 0 for 5 or even more, possession isn't unheard of. But missing a free throw then 5 jump shots, 4 of which would have been assisted, on a single possession? That's a sight to behold. The Grizzlies did it in their loss to the Warriors yesterday. Delon Wright missed a free throw, then a three-pointer, then another three-pointer. Javon Carter missed a three-pointer. Julian Washburn missed a three-pointer. Carter missed a shorter jumper. Finally, Andrew Bogut mercifully ended the spectacle with a defensive rebound. Watch the possession in all its glory.